Do you by any chance have any voice actors that you look up to for inspiration?
Yeah, I would say, chief among them is probably, Phil Lamar, who's done just a ton of work from Samurai Jack to Justice League to Family Guy, everything. His range is ridiculous. He can do pretty much any age, any type of character. It's amazing. And, other than him, from my childhood, there's, Kevin Conroy and, or the Batman and the Joker, respectively, in Batman the Animated Series, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. And other than those guys, obviously, I have a huge amount of respect for Jack DeCina, who does the voice of Sokka, just because apparently he comes up with a lot of Sokka's jokes and gags, like, on the fly, which is incredible to me. I don't know how he can come up with such great material, just like that. But that's, so yeah, those guys are probably the ones I admire the most.
Would you consider becoming a professional voice actor?
I can't say that I haven't thought about how nice that would be, but I don't think I have the talent for it, to be quite honest. A lot of people, you don't hear me record. I actually take a lot of takes to do my recordings. I'm not quite as good. I'm not that good. I even in my videos, I don't seem that good, but I seem even worse. And it takes a lot of commitment to be a professional voice actor. I mean, a lot. That's gotta be what you really, really want to do, and you've gotta dedicate a lot to it. And I'm just not sure that that's me.
What's the hardest part about the production of Avatar Abridged?
Previously, it was the editing, because I wasn't very good, and I just had, my free copy of Virtual Dub and Windows Movie Maker, and that was frustrating as all hell. But since then, the hardest part is probably actually limiting myself in terms of keeping it abridged enough, Because, actually in the last episode, in episode 6, I had this one bit that I really liked, but it went on for a minute. And I was just, well, if I put that in there, it's going to be 7 minutes long, and that's too long. I try to limit myself to keep it, abridged. So yeah, I'd say that's the hardest part, is condensing the material and keeping it limited,
Are you working on any other projects besides Avatar?
Well, I've got a special video I'm working on right now. But in terms of just general projects, there is one that I'm bouncing around with some guys that I was thinking about doing some of a gag dub of one of the Marvel movies, the animated movies. I was thinking about that, and I've got a Yasha parody I'm thinking about writing down. And previously I was involved in Sayuki Abridged, but I had to back out of that because I had difficulties with the voice. There was too much of a dead time between recording one episode and the other, so I completely lost the voice and couldn't find it again. But yeah, other than that, it's mostly just my spoofs.
What abridgers do you talk to?
Well, for a while I actually didn't talk to any of them. I mean, the first one time I ever talked to another abridger was when I started to get involved with Sayuki Abridged. I kind of sent a message to HBI2K and said hi, and we exchanged a few messages on YouTube. And then a while back, I was kind of contacted by the prolific Takahata 101 of G Gundam Abridged, and I kind of met a whole bunch of the other guys, like Lanny Pator and the Council and, all those guys. But, yeah, and that's kind of been recently, but before that I kind of was out of the loop, mostly.
How far do you see yourself abridging Avatar?
That's a good question. I am, as of now, actually, I'm thinking about chopping it off after Season 1. Part of me wants to go to Season 2, because there are some new characters that come in that I want to try to voice, but it's just, I figure I have to end it at the end of the season. That's the only clear way to do it, and I'm not going to go through all 60 episodes because that's absurd. But I think season 1's probably the best place to end it, because in season 2, first of all, the show gets a lot better. Like, the writing gets half per episode, the characters develop into really deep, real characters, and it's just tougher to make fun of the whole thing. But so I'm thinking probably I'm gonna cut it off after season 1 right now.
Do you have a favorite anime character?
Favorite anime character? Well, that's tough. I think, though, my favorite of all time would probably still be, after all these years, Sanosuke Sagara from Rurouni Kenshin. I love that guy. I love the underdog, and he's just kind of this ultimate underdog. He's just some big goon in the middle fighting all these master swordsmen and everything. And he's hilarious, too, and he's just got this kind of just stubborn determination that's awesome. So I'd probably have to go with Sanosuke.
Do you by any chance play video games?
Yeah, I play quite a few.
What games are you currently playing?
Well, I'm still playing Halo 3, even after all this time, because Xbox Live makes that easy to go through, and I'm playing through Mass Effect again a little bit, because I love that game. But I'm looking to pick up Ninja Gaiden, too. I want that so bad, because that just looks awesome. Mostly just Halo right now, though. I haven't bought a game in a long time, but before that I was playing Assassin's Creed a lot, too. That's a sweet game.
What can you say is your favorite video game?
Favorite? Ooh, that's a tough one. I love all the Halo series. Those are up there. But, probably my favorite of all time is still, just for the nostalgia factor, is Final Fantasy VII. That was the kind of the game that got me into gaming. All I had before the PlayStation and Final Fantasy VII was just regular Nintendo with like Duck Hunt and Mario. But then that's kind of the thing that broke me into it. So I'd probably have to go with that.
Do you have a favorite movie?
One movie specifically? Gosh, probably not. But I've got favorite movies. My favorite, if I had to break it down, my favorite, action movie is probably Die Hard. Favorite, sci-fi fantasy would be Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. And comedy, probably The Big Lebowski. I love that film. Everything about it. It's the most perfectly made comedy I've ever seen.
How does it feel being one of the most subscribed Abridgers on YouTube?
It feels just like being one of the least subscribed Abridgers on YouTube. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter how many subscriptions that I have, because that's not what it's about. Not that I don't appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that's subscribed to me. I mean, I'm grateful that some people seem to like what I'm doing. But I mean, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not doing this to try and be famous on the internet, because that doesn't mean jack, More 10,000 subscribers or even 1,000, there's no difference to me.
All right, GanXingba, I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me, man.
And for you watching at home, if you want to watch Avatar Abridged, go to GanXingba's page at youtube.com/GanXingba. Do you have any final words before we sign off?
No, just thanks for having me, and good luck with the interviews, man.
Thank you.
Oh!